Hey y'all. So, what do you do when your child is nonverbal and remains nonverbal? That's a hard pill to swallow. It is. It's a difficult pill to swallow, and it was one of those things where initially Mac did have words. Like he had my dad. He would shake his bottle, saying ain't nothing in there. He always been greedy. He would shake his bottle, saying ain't nothing in there. He would point to the light and say light, and it just ended. It ended. It was short lived, and throughout the years, his speech therapist and his pediatrician would say, well, Nicole, Makir is going to gain language at some point. There is no medical reason why Makir should not be speaking. So I'm like, yeah, you're right. There's absolutely no medical reason why he's not speaking. So, speech therapy was intensive. Of course, you use language in your home setting, all of that. I'm talking to the boy. I'm reading books upon books to him. I'm doing the audio books, all of everything. And I'm like, what is it? Like, why won't he speak to me? Like, it became a me thing, not a him thing, and it's difficult. It's very difficult because I feel that Makir having a lack of language is the root of a lot of his frustrations. He's not able to communicate effectively. So even when Makir would get strep throat, he would get strep throat all of the time. He eventually got his tonsils removed, but Makir got strep throat all of the time. And I guess it's just mother's intuition, because I could look at him and I would feel like he's holding his mouth different, or he just looked hot. I don't know. But I would take him to the doctors, and lo and behold, Makir had strep. But it's like you have to try to figure out what's going on with your child. I have to keep it real. The worst thing in the world for me, especially as Makir was like coming up, was the vending machine. Oh no. I tried to avoid the vending machine by any means necessary, because he wasn't pointing, but he wouldn't move from that vending machine. So I'm like, Mac, what do you want? What do you want? I'm trying to get him to point. We're trying to do some eye contact, some eye play, something. Like, let me watch. Like, what's up? What do you want? I would buy the Snickers. I would buy the gum. I would buy everything, and everything that came out, I would give it to him, and he would drop it right on the floor. Now, of course, at some point, you're going to run out of change. Back then, there was no vending machines with your card, so you can just buy it out. Buy the machine out. And that would lead to tantrums, and just something as small as a vending machine resounded. It like echoed inside of me, because I'm like, I can't even figure out what my child wants out of a vending machine. You know what I'm saying? Like, how, okay, God forbid something is really going on with him. Like, Nikki, are you going to be equipped to know if something is going on? I just feel like God covers us and continues to cover us, because his lack of language is a huge obstacle for us. It continues to be an obstacle for us. Of course, the best part about Makir and his autism is that Makir is extremely like touchy-feely. So Makir gives hugs. Makir gives kisses. Makir smiles. He does those things. So I am watered by those emotional connections that I had with Makir. But for me not to be able to hold a conversation with my child, now I talk to Mac I talked to him. If Makir could talk, he would tell you all my secrets. Because I talk to Mick. And sometimes, he be looking or he just smiling. He just want to show his dimples, He doing that. But it's very, very, very difficult to have a child that cannot speak to you. If for nothing else, if for not the selfish reason of, I want to hear my son tell me I love him, that he loves me. After everything I do for you, Makir, you can't tell me that you love me not one time? You can't tell me good night, Mom? Or good morning? That's something that I awaken to every single day. And of course, again, we have our own communications, but it's one of those things that I've let go of. I mean, prayerfully, if it happens, if he just want to bust down and talk to me one day, I probably pass out. Okay. But it's one of those things that I've let go. I feel like, I was told, okay, he's going to talk at 2. He's going to talk at 4. He's going to talk at 9. Well, ma'am, he's 16. He's 16. He's 16.